Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jennifer Ngumalo. I do hope that you join us by clicking that red subscribe button on the bottom. That is if you like the content that I serve in this channel, and also don't forget to smash that like button. So with that being said, let us get into the content of this video. So I'm sure you guys have heard a lot about passive income, especially during lockdown. There was a lot of talk regarding creating passive income, having multiple streams of income, and many of those being passive, because passive income is the way to go. You don't even have to lift a finger because it's just passive. Well, I'm here to tell you that there's no such thing as passive income. You have been sold a lie. Everything under the sun you have to work for, and if anyone has told you otherwise, they lied to you. I've also been lied to, because I fell for that trap of passive income, because it is the way to go. You don't have to not have sleepless nights. You don't have to wake up early. You don't have to lift a finger, because the money makes itself. Over time, your stream of income that you create now, as you work on it, it can end up being passive because you have put in the work in the beginning. But you can't expect that any stream of income that you put right now in your life is just going to be easy. It's just going to require you to not lift a finger. So I'll give you an example for things such as investing, because that is seen as passive income. It's seen as a way of having passive income. I've got investments, but I can tell you that for me to have money in those investments, it required me to work. I must go to my 9 to 5 and work. Yes, the 9 to 5 that many people hate right now because they think it's just boring to be having a 9 to 5. I needed to have that. I needed to work so that I can get paid. And then once I've gotten paid, I can have money to invest. But even still then, my investment have not reached a stage of passive income. That takes years and years and years to build. Over 10 years to build a proper stream of passive income. You can go right now and say, I'm going to have rentals. I'm going to have properties where I'm going to have tenants and people paying rent. You having those properties, that means that you have to put in the work in the beginning. You have to first work for the money. Unless you are rich and you're born in a wealthy family where you've got this money just waiting for you. Many of us are not in that category, and so we have to work for our money. For you to have money to build those rentals, you have to work for that money. And even after you have had that money, you're putting that money, you're just not going to just put it and leave it like that. You still have to make sure that the rentals are built to the standard that you want. So you have to do the monitoring and evaluation. You have to make sure that you get the right construction company. You still have to put in a lot of work. And for anyone that has done any building project, you know how stressful it is, because it requires you to be hands-on. That is work. That is not passive. And then you still have to get to the part where by now you have to get people to come in and stay there. Now you can then, after you've done that, you can then go the route of getting an agency to manage that so that you don't have to worry about it, or you do it yourself. But all of this, for you to have all of this, it required you to put in the work, which brings me to the next point, which is every stream of income that you're going to create in your life or introduce in your life will require you to put in some work. Even though some will require you to put in work in the beginning, and then after you've set it up, it can then generate money for you, like rentals, but you still have to put in work at the beginning. And so for people that sell you the idea that there's such thing as passive income, invest on this and then you will make money in your sleep, they're lying to you. There is no such thing. Everything you have to work for, everything you have to sweat for, you have to lift a finger for, you have to be intentional about it if you want it to succeed. And so that is why I do not believe in such thing as passive income. But I'll tell you what I believe in. I do believe in creating additional streams of income. But those additional streams of income do not mean that they have to be passive. It do not mean that all of them will be passive. You might find that all of those additional streams of income, all of them require you to put in some work. The amount of work that you might be putting into them will not be the same. Obviously, will depend on the type of work that is required for there, but it may vary, but it still does need work. So If someone sells you the idea of invest in this and you're going to make money immediately, or you're going to make money in your sleep, they are lying to you and they are selling you dreams. There is no such things. Even with the pyramid schemes that people were involved in few years ago, they still had to work. Even though they called it passive income, it was not passive because they still had to recruit people to come and join in these scams of theirs so that they can be able to make money. So I'm saying this: every stream of income that you add in your life will require you to put in some work. That is if you want to succeed in whatever that you want to be doing. One of my subscribers here on YouTube shared something on Instagram. I'm not sure if she'll be fine with me sharing her name, so I'm not going to share her name. It sent me a DM on Instagram and said they fell for the trap of easy money. Because they've been watching my videos, they've really improved their finance to a point whereby she had built up savings of over 14,000. But because there was something that came up and someone sold her this idea of easy money in putting money in a trade of some form, she took all of her savings and put all of it in this trade, and she lost all of her savings. She lost all of that 14 plus money, 14,000, guys. That's a lot of money. And she asked me that I share that with you guys, and I definitely wanted to share it, and I feel like this video is appropriate for me to share that with you because I know that there are people who do fall trap to that as she did, and it's not nice to go through that. And that is because we've been sold the idea of passive income and we've been sold the idea of easy money. There is no such thing as easy money, you guys. There is no such thing as easy money. Even with crypto that I'm invested in, because I did share that I'm invested in that. And please, by the way, this is not me telling you to go and invest in that. And for people who are creating fake account and writing there, creating fake account with my name and my profile pictures and saying that that is me, it's not me. I will never come on Instagram and promote crypto. I will never do that. I will never ask you to invest on anything. I will never do that. I will never ask you to invest on anything. And so for those fake accounts, whenever you see a fake account on Instagram, please report it, because I also do the same thing. But then it helps that when you see it and you can see that this is not Jennifer, because you know my account, you know what it looks like, you know the things that I talk about. Please report it immediately and block it so that you don't get invited by that same person again on another account, because these people are vicious. And so as much as I'm saying that I'm invested in that crypto, I also invested in it with an idea that I was going to make quick money, and I did not. I invested there close to 12,000, over 12,000 actually, and I've lost most of it, even though I haven't sold my shares in that crypto. But the value went down so bad that it's around 3,000 something from the 12,000 that I invested. I haven't withdrawn in them because I just refuse to lose money. And so when you do not withdraw in something, you don't lose money. You lose money when you withdraw the money. I don't know about trading, I don't know how it goes. I say that to say I put in money in there with the idea of passive income, that I needed something that will make me money in my sleep, that will make me money without me lifting my fingers. I also invested money in there with an idea of easy money, because I saw people that would invest and they will triple their earnings. Literally, not people that I saw on YouTube or anywhere. I saw them physically, people that I was working with, people that I had a look at their accounts, and I saw how it worked for them. I also did the same thing with the hope of easy money and passive income, and I didn't get that. That is why even now you won't see me putting money on crypto. The one that I put there, it is enough. I've lost enough and I don't even want to think about it. But now what I do is I save and I invest in legitimate things, and I still understand that it's not going to be easy money. I'm not going to invest on Frank now and I'm going to triple the money that I've put in. I'm not going to save money on Time Bank and I'm going to have this thousands and thousands of interest. It just doesn't work like that. And so I get concerned as well when I get people asking me, how much interest have you gained here? That is not how I go about investing. For me, the most important thing is putting money away on a month-to-month basis. That is the main point, that I'm saving and I'm investing, because then it shows that I'm living within my means. So that is my first goal whenever I'm saving and investing. The interest part then comes into me choosing which one is the right platform to put my money in. But even then, I'm not obsessed or thinking about how much money is this going to make me. So if I do get more interest on Frank, like it is doing right now, like I get good interest in there, it does not mean that Frank is better than Time Bank or Frank is better than Easy Equities. It just means that right now, with what I have on Frank and the economy, it's just working. And so I do not base my decisions for investing and saving on interest only. I look at what are my goals. My goals are never interest bearing, are never about how much interest I want to make, but my goals are always about how much money do I want to put away, because I'm looking long term. I've learned not to make my investments and savings decisions based on creating passive income or easy money, because those things do not work. And so I'm also not going to come in here and tell you about platforms that you should be investing in that will give you this amount of interest, because those things do not work majority of the time, and it's also a recipe for disaster. And so I will not sell you such things. Every stream of income that you will add in your finances will require you to put in some work. So investments can be passive, can generate you passive income, your investments, but it is not going to be easy money, and it's not going to be immediate. You are still going to need to invest over and over again. I remember Nicolette broke this down in one of her videos, sharing how much you will need for you to say you retire and live off your investments. How much you will need in those investments. 100,000 will still not be enough. A mere 100,000 in your investments will still not be enough for you to say you retire or you leave your job and live off your investments, because you need so much money. You need a lot of money for you to then start getting out good dividends, because dividends pay peanuts. They pay peanuts. So if you want passive income when it comes to investments, you need to invest in things that pay dividends. You need to invest in companies that pay dividends, not just investments that give you interest, because when you invest in companies that do not pay dividends, you are investing looking at long term, that by the time I cash out on this, so let's say for instance 15 to 20 years from now, you would have earned this much interest, which is going to be a lot, but whenever you are investing in companies like that don't pay dividends, it's not money that you are saying I want to live off, like in a month to month I want it to pay me. It doesn't work like that. If you want to live off your investment, you need to invest in companies that pay out dividends, but we know those companies pay peanuts. You can have 50,000 in there, you can have 80,000 in there, and then per month you get maybe around 600 rands. That's not money to live on. And so you will need to have over 200, 300, 400, whatever amount for you to have to get real dividends, dividends that you can live on. And what does that mean? It means that you have to invest each and every month for long term, without expecting these high returns on your investment, because you are still building on it. I say this to say investments can be passive depending on what you invest on. You're investing on things that pay out dividends every month, or you're paying out, there's no company that pays out dividends every month. You're investing in companies that pay out dividends quarterly. Some companies pay out quarterly, some they pay in 6 months, some they pay in 12 months. So you are investing in those companies. So that means that each and every month, when you have to be investing for years and years and years for you to eventually get dividends that are real each and every month. So let's say for instance, you get a dividend this quarter that is maybe 8,000, depending on how much you have invested. And that is not to deter you away from investing. This is actually to encourage you that invest, save, keep going, but do not think that it's going to be quick money, it's going to be easy money, and that it's just going to be passive instantly. It will require you to timelessly each and every month to invest and save, because eventually it will get to that stage whereby it starts paying you, but it's not going to be easy and it's not going to be instant. I said in the beginning, I do not believe in passive income because the idea of passive income does not exist. However, I believe in creating additional streams of income, which you will still need to work on. So my advice here is get a job, a 9-to-5 job that people look down on. There is nothing wrong with that, because when you are working in a 9-to-5, you gain skills. Some you gain directly, some you gain indirectly. And then you can use those skills to then create additional income. I'll give you an example with me. So right now I've got an additional income of YouTube. This is not something that I got in my job, but because I have my job, it allowed me to actually invest in things such as this iPad that I'm filming on right now, and also my phone, and also this mic that I'm using here, because my YouTube channel was not paying me for a long time, and even now it still doesn't pay me enough money to afford having an iPad or to afford having a phone. It also doesn't pay me enough money to buy a camera. That is why I don't have a camera right now, but I'm working towards that. So I say that to say, I have my 9-to-5 allowed me to fund my side hustle. It allowed me to fund my additional stream of income, which is on YouTube. And for a long time, my subscription, I was paying them with the money that I got paid on my 9-to-5 job. So that is why, even though I know people look down on 9-to-5s, it looks nice to work for yourself. It is nice to work for yourself. Let's just be honest. But having a 9-to-5 can be useful in cultivating additional income for you. It is very hard to add or to introduce, any additional stream of income when you do not have any stream of income. What I'm saying in this point is get a job and work somewhere and use the money that you get paid in there to then introduce another stream of income. Also, in the job that you might be doing, you might gain valuable skills. Like for me, another additional income that I've introduced is me doing CV editing. I'm doing CV editing because I've done so many of my CVs so much that I now understand what a CV needs to look like. But over and above that, I've had a privilege on where I'm working to be exposed in recruitment processes, to be part of the recruitment process, to sit in those panels, to look at people's CV, to interview people, to ask questions. I've had that privilege to know what a good CV is supposed to look like, to know what captures the attention of someone that is sitting in a panel and just looking at CV, to know what are the things that are distracting in the CV, the things that make your CV look unappealing, the things that take away from the valuable things in your CV because it's just all over or it's just too much. I've learned those things and I got exposed in those things through what? My 9-to-5. That is why I'm saying your 9-to-5 is very important, because you never know the skills that you get. So these skills that I got when it comes to CV editing, I got it indirectly. It's not something that my job gave me like directly, but it's something that I got indirectly because I got exposed to some other things in me working my 9-to-5. And now I took that knowledge and then now I've introduced it as an additional stream of income that now I can be able to confidently look at someone's CV and be able to help them structure a CV that is clean, clear, and that is concise, that properly sells them. That is an additional income that I got by me leveraging on the skills that I got in my 9-to-5. That is why I'm saying in this point, get a job and get some skills, or use the money that you get in your job to fund your additional stream of income. And so I hope that you guys see what I mean here when I say everything that you are going to introduce in your life as an additional income, it will require you to work on it. It's not going to be instant, it's not going to be easy, and it's not going to be, it's not going to be passive. You will need to put in work in it because everything does need work. And then the last thing that I want to talk about is once you have introduced that additional income, not passive income, additional stream of income, do not eat all of the money. Even if you know that you need to leave off this money, do not eat all of it. So my rule is, whenever I make additional income, 70% of that goes towards savings, and then 30% of that I use on me. So if, let's say for instance, I get paid 1,000 rand, 300 rands of that I can use on me. Maybe I can use on reinvesting in the channel. I can use on other things. Like right now on YouTube, when I get paid, 30% of that goes towards me paying for the monthly cost of me having a YouTube channel. And then 70% of that, I put it away for savings. When it comes to CV editing, 100% of that goes towards saving, because I don't need that money to live off. But if you need that money to live off in your additional stream of income, don't use all of it. Maybe you can have a rule of, say, 50-50. So 50% goes towards your savings, 50% goes towards you using the money. That is how you make sure that you see the value of your additional stream of income. With that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and then I hope that you learned something and that you're going to protect yourself and make sure that you do not fall prey to these people that take advantage of us out here, especially on the Instagram streets. And by the way, I do not have a Telegram account. I don't have Telegram. Even if I had it, I would not share my Telegram account here or my Telegram number here on YouTube. So whenever you see someone that is commenting on my videos talking about Telegram, or these people that comment on my videos saying this person helped me with my investment to structure this, please do not fall for that. What I normally do is I delete those instantly when I see them. So when you see them before me, don't pay attention to them. They are scams. They're trying to get your money. And even with the ones with Telegram, do not even engage with them. If they drop a comment underneath your comment with my profile picture and a Telegram number, please report them. You can report them. I also do the same thing on my side. I report them and I delete that, because I do not want to mislead you. I do not have a Telegram account, and I would never share it here with you guys. I would not, because that's a scam. And also for these people that are busy talking about someone that helped them with their investments, it's also a scam. Don't fall trap or don't fall prey to those people. Please protect yourself and protect your assets. Protect the money that you have worked so hard for. Please, ne? So I will see you guys on the next one. Please take care and stay safe. Bye.